Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Gamer and we are returning to Let's Play of Hearts of Iron 4. Now we are very much fighting down here in the Dutch East Indies against the fleets of the Empire of Japan. And so far we are doing relatively okay, I think. We're doing pretty fine actually. So that's nice to see. In the meantime we also have invaded, of course, Germany. We are fighting over here. We might just be able to win against one of these positions over here where we potentially could encircle a couple of Germans, so that might be nice. In the meantime, also the Americans seem to have landed up over here in Königsberg, which is certainly going to be interesting to see whether they can break out. The Dutch have landed there earlier and unfortunately have not succeeded. So yeah, let's see whether that is going to work out for us though. And in the meantime, of course, keep a very close eye on the developments down here, because we know that a couple of very big Japanese fleets are down here and are operating in the vicinity. In the meanwhile, we're also pushing forward down here in the area of Surabaya. Okay, thank you for this Philippinian division. We're going to assign it to this army over here. That should be okay. We are quite shy on a bit of resources, but yeah, we are winning over here. At least one of the divisions down here has escaped, so that's unfortunate. But you know what we can do is we can attack over here and then try to be a little bit stronger there. We are also funneling more forces into the meat grind over here, and that should be a-okay. Now, a lot of these guys, yeah, they are starting to send reinforcements this way too. So we do need to be kind of mindful to still continue pushing up against these guys over here, so that hopefully we can break them quite quickly. I mean, one of these guys is going to go down very quickly, but all of the other ones do need to be taken care of as well. So yeah, in particular we need to win down here before we win up here, and that is at 64%, but that's okay. Yeah, so that's going on alright-ish. We have a couple of Japanese transports here in the North Sea, so that is audacious, I say. The Germans shouldn't really have any. No, they do have one port left, so that is something to keep in mind over here. Maybe we can break through over there at some point. That would certainly be fantastic. Down here, how are things going? Just a small fight down here with a small Japanese transport fleet, so that's nice to see that we are getting rid of these guys. Hong Kong is still holding out, and it does seem like the Japanese are fighting over here at the very least, so maybe, just maybe, they're going to be overwhelmed there. That would certainly be very nice. Also, we do need to be mindful about this area here in... yeah, let's see. Maybe we can do something. Down here in the Balkans, it seems like our guys are pushing up a little bit, which is nice to see. Whereas up over here, again, we're at 80%, so hopefully that is going to be fine. And here we go, the de Havilland Mosquito fighter bomber. One of the finest aircraft of World War II, in my opinion. Very, very nice aircraft indeed. So yeah, let's grab that guy and let's actually create a variant here. Let's zoom out a little bit so I don't have to speak about all of these noise. So you already have a fairly high reliability because we have gotten the right setup there. Let's do increase the range, let's do increase the engine power. Does increasing the weapon do anything for us? So I think it only increases air attack. It actually increases air attack quite drastically. So what does that do? It decreases speed, it decreases agility, which is not nice, but it increases air attack by more than 10%. So we could do that with 1 point over here, and then try to counter that by increasing the engine power and the range, and then see what we can do in terms of reliability to bring that up to a decent way again. Now I think we could do a little bit more range here and then get again a bit more reliability. I think that's probably all we can do. Well, we could go up a little bit with the reliability still. Yeah, that would cost us quite a bit, but I think this would be fantastic. Now how about the range though? So that would be 200 more miles. You know what? I think this is fine. This is going to be a huge improvement here. And we're going to, of course, decommission that. And there we go. This is the Mosquito Fighter 1. So yeah, let's go ahead and produce that and switch things up over here. So we are going to shift towards this. That will mean we do need a lot of aluminium, and I do mean a lot, to keep on producing that. That's going to be fine. You guys down here can continue to upgrade this stuff, which I think is going to be fine. And you know what? We're going to delete this down here because we don't really need it. And then in that regard, you can upgrade that. That should be a-okay. Still 150 aluminium. 150. We cannot possibly buy that much, but we do just need to try to buy that much aluminium. It's a little bit absurd, I think, but yeah, we probably need to buy a little less oil here. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy only, let's say, 22. So that's a lot less oil, but it does allow us to buy a little bit more aluminium. Come on. Here we go, 22. No, it's not quite enough. Okay, one more then. Okay, that's alright. And in terms of rubber, British Malaya is delivering quite a bit, but we potentially do need a little bit more here, so that should do fine. You know what? I don't think we need to do that much, actually. I think, yeah, that should be okay. Right, so that does work out for us, but it is decreasing our ability to produce stuff quite substantially, which is unfortunate. So, yeah, nevertheless, we are pushing into here, so that's good to see. We should make sure that we are researching further stuff. Now, I would very much love the Lincoln bomber over here. On the other hand, just some more fighters would also be very useful at some point, specifically for our carriers, because they are quite behind in terms of their capabilities there. So more factory output, very useful, but I think one of the most important things would actually be oil. Now that would cost us quite a bit of time in terms of ahead of time penalty. Radar installations, useful certainly. Air, otherwise is fine. Naval doctrine, we are mostly fine. Destroyer, light cruiser detection organization, that is very useful. That might be what we need to do over here. Land doctrine, we are fine. Artillery, yeah, we could do with better artillery too. But I do think we need to keep on focusing on the air war over here. No, it's screwed. Screwed. We're gonna go for the better strategic bombers over here because that is the theme of this Let's Play here, and I think I'm gonna be fine with that. Right. Don't think we need any potential upgrade over here in any of these regards, really. So I think that's fine. Yeah, let's continue to keep an eye on this battle over here. It's okay that these guys over there are failing, but really we shouldn't be failing down here. This is the most important fight. We really do need to break them, and we're not really achieving that because they are sending in reinforcements all the time, and we don't really have the capabilities of shifting this attack around. So still 77%. And they are losing organization, so if they weren't sending in more and more reinforcements, they would have long lost that battle. And I know it's a lot of fight just for 2 divisions, but still 2 German divisions, just destroying them would be fairly lovely. Okay, we do need an offensive attack here. Let's do that, and then let's execute that as well. Okay, you guys, can you go ahead and execute that attack, please? Shift and click. You're doing that, right? You're overseas defense. Yeah. Go ahead, execute that. Can you please advance? You are part of this, right? I think you're a little bit shy in terms of supplies there. That's going to be alright there. Okay, no major incursion by Japanese forces down here. Still, they are fighting against us in Hong Kong. We are trying to hold back there, but there's only so much we can do. I'm wondering whether I should pull off all of these divisions here in Italy to maybe help out there a little bit. Okay, let's continue to see what's going to happen in Germany over here. 73%. I mean, have they got another division fed into the... Yes, they have. On the other hand, they should be losing 2 of these divisions fairly quickly now. And after that, I think the other ones are going to lose interest as well. So let's see whether that is going to work out over here. What we can do is actually grab a couple of our aircraft over here. So specifically the close air support and the tactical bombers. These are hopelessly outdated, mind you. But if we could use them over here and actually do some close air support, That might help out in this battle, and sometimes it's just a little bit of fighting that does it for the enemy here, and we can see two of their divisions, but then they do receive further reinforcements. But that being said, this time it doesn't look quite as strong though, so that is fairly nice. Okay, let's have all of you guys here, at least these two, join up on this attack, support that attack. And these guys here are very low on strength. They are very good fighters, but mind you, they shouldn't be lasting too... But there comes another division, so... It just doesn't seem possible to push through here. And they are sending further troops over there. I mean, it does pull some pressure away from Königsberg, but it's not that tangible a benefit. I would love to grab Frankfurt, further reduce the industrial capabilities. Maybe we do need to come into these woods here in the northeast of Frankfurt. 6 against 4, we are doing mostly fine, but really not that much better than they are, so honestly, I think not. Okay guys, can you stop it? We do need to be mindful that we are very short on infantry equipment as well, so some of these battles don't really go in our favour, I think, and that is unfortunate. Okay, let's pull back over here. That's not going anywhere. Right, the overall province of Hanover is under our control, but there's not much we can do to break through there. Right, let's do keep an eye on things down here. Okay, mostly fine. Now, I would like to run a convoy over here to Hong Kong. If we could only bring in like 2 more divisions to Hong Kong, I would be feeling fairly well. Right. Oh, we are seeing some Japanese opposition now down here, so that's interesting. Let's keep on pushing then against these guys. You guys can potentially try to support the defense over there. You guys are coming up over here, which is great. But maybe cut into this province there. Okay, you can't do that. But that's okay. At least you are pinning them into place, and you guys are coming up here and should directly join the attack. And maybe we can snatch Sorobarier here if they are defending that poorly. That would certainly be most welcome. Okay, yeah, we are overwhelming them on this left flank here. That's great, and we are defending now. That's okay too. And at that point we can try to attack into this province and hope at least to overwhelm them and take away their harbour here, and thereby of course all of their capabilities to reinforcements. A couple of Japanese submarines over here, not the biggest deal I think. Hong Kong still holding out. I do need to hold them. I do need them to hold out just a little bit longer, and that'd be fantastic. Ooh, look at that! The Germans have now one of their tank divisions in that little bulge over there, which would make it extra juicy here to attack into the flank there. Can't do that for now, I think, but we will need to consider that. So down here things are starting to look fine as well. How are we looking in terms of repairing our ships? We are mostly fine. I mean, some of these guys do take a couple of days, but all in all it seems to be going fairly well. A couple of our resolution here has taken quite a bit of a beating. Nevertheless, in 5 days you should start a repair there, so that is nice. But you know what we could do? So we could look at Home Fleet over here and well, no, let's actually keep it like that. I think that's going to be okay. Right, so how does it look down here then? Yeah, we have taken Sorobarier and we have pushed them up into this little island over there, which is most certainly very nice, especially when they are attacking us now. That should mean their organization should be fairly low soon, and that will allow us to push back and basically obliterate them quite quickly, I would hope. 85%, 86, there we go. You guys, can you stop this pointless attack please? Can you guys try to come into their rear? We've got a couple of Dutch divisions now attacking, that's okay. They can take these casualties for all that I care. Right. In terms of research, 11 days until we're getting that, 3 more days until we're getting atomic research, which at this point is of course quite pointless, but which might help out in the future. Hong Kong holding out, lovely, good to see. And so is the area around Königsberg, although Memel is starting to look a little bit weaker. This area down here, we've got a Romanian cavalry division now defending here, which is certainly interesting to see. Some Germans digging in here, which is also kind of interesting. Well, and our equipment is starting to fail though, so I'm mindful not to attack too early there. Right, up over here you guys have done fairly well over there, so that's great. You guys aren't going anywhere, so that's okay. Yeah, let's actually send you in here. And you know what, we just might as well attack into here as well. And there we go, atomic research done. Lovely. Doesn't do much, it does give us a nice research boost though. This is too far ahead of time, so I don't want to do that. Industry, I would really love to do this here. And in terms of air, we could try to go for this. Now, how long is it actually until we get that? 23 days, so I don't want to probably research the naval bombers before that. But we are researching the strategic bombers, so that's fine. On the other hand, some scout planes. Honestly, I think we do need some of these guys. So let's start with them. That should nicely stagger with these guys, because also our de Havilland is going to give us a nice boost over here in terms of reliability. We just, you know what, we can just try to take that as we are coming in here. Right, let's support the push over there. No fleet action down here yet. And in Germany itself, well, it's starting to look... Well, I think we should actually, you know, our logistics, we are 10,000 equipment short. So that is quite a big of a deal. And I think the only way that we can, really deal with that is by looking at this slightly differently. Okay, right, let's merge you up on these troops there. And I would like you to operate in the South Chinese Sea instead. So let's try to find some convoys over here in this vicinity. And maybe that is going to help us to defend against Japan there a little bit better. Right, you guys are fighting in this area, so that's also nice to see. And you're cutting off the retreat of this division there. And I think you will not be able to go that far. Come on, just beat them. They're not that strong. Okay, there we go. Come on, come on, come on. Join up on the attack. And do blast them away. There we go. Small counterattack here, which I think we're going to win fairly easily. You guys should also be extremely low on organization due to the lack of supplies. Oh, are you tracing supplies all the way over here? You might just be doing that. Okay, that being said, you guys are starting to be really, really low on equipment there. That's an issue. Okay, so we're going to push you off from this island, but probably not going to be supporting you much further in that regard. Maintenance company is extremely important for us, and I'm going to go and increase that a little bit, because what we're going to do over here is we're going to go to our infantry equipment, and that should be these guys over here. Yeah. And what we're going to do is we're going to add that so that we have a little bit of a chance to capture enemy equipment, and that should be fairly lovely. So there we go. And I think we're going to do the same here on the artillery division, so at that's fine. And it's going to cost us quite a bit of supply here in terms of support equipment. That is going to go down too, but overall, over time, I think we're going to be better off doing this. So yeah, let's see. 5 divisions against 2, and there we might capture our first little bit of equipment here. So that should be nice, shouldn't it? 80%. We still aren't able to push them off this island. Is that what you're telling me? Yeah, these guys are incredibly strong in defending over here. So okay, honestly, you guys do forget about this attack. It just will not work. Okay, and then what you can do is come back over here. Okay, let's simply hold you. That attack is not going anywhere. Let's assign you towards this defensive line here. Now what can we do against Hong Kong? Or to support Hong Kong? I think what we should do is we should ask these 6 guys here to form a front line here around the Japanese positions and try to push them in so that they are a little bit shielded off in that regard. And I'm going to pull you guys all the way over here so that you are then transferred that way. And you know what? These guys here are going to join up on that as well. And I am going to... Can I send you over here directly? No, I cannot. Okay. Can I send you down here then? I can. So let's send them down here, and then from there on we're going to try to move via the land route. Okay, you need to stop here, and then I want you to come into Rangoon. That's fine. Yeah, that's nice. And then you two are going to do the same exact thing, so let's bring in to there, so I don't want to ship them through there. That should be okay. Right. Germany, how are you looking? Still 4 divisions over here. Yeah, and the Americans were beaten back around Königsberg. That is a shame. On the other hand, they're slowly pushing out of Greece. So that at the very least is nice. And I do need the Dutch to be holding onto their territory down here. We've got our convoy raiding over here. You guys are in a fight already. In this vicinity. I didn't know you were operating down here, but you know what, that's okay, I suppose. How are we looking in terms of naval stuff? So you guys are doing fine over here. And let's actually send you guys off to repairs now. And the rest of you is patrolling in this area, so that's nice as well, I think. Not that many ships that we are seeing over here, but all in all we should be fine. And in terms of production, why are we not spending any dockyards on production? Now we are. Okay, it's sometimes just a little bit weird. You guys do definitely need some repairs, but I think you'll be doing that just fine. And yeah, these guys are being pushed back into their fleets, so that's lovely to see. Good, good, I like it. Resistance to occupation, yeah, in Germany, that's of course understandable. And we are attacking them over here. Hong Kong still holding out, but I doubt whether they'll be able to do that forever. Some troops down here. Lots of Japanese actually in this area here, but not much we can do about that, I'm afraid. Four divisions. We can attack from 2 directions. You know what we might want to do is we might want to attack these 4 divisions so that we can attack ultimately here in more directions. So this is gonna take a little bit of a tough time crossing this river, but I do think we might be able to overwhelm them there slightly. And even if we are not capable enough of doing that, we might at least pull off a couple of these guys here and potentially mix up their front line a little bit at least. But already we are starting to see some issues here, so this is not necessarily the best. Okay, let's move you down here and then try to support this attack. Hopefully we'll be able to do something over there. How is the German industry looking actually? So Intel does tell us that basically 50% or so of their industry is in ruins. Where do they still have industry, I wonder? So it is in Bohemia and actually in southern Germany down here. Don't we have a lot of bombers in southern Germany? I thought we had around 400 bombers here. What are you doing then? You're doing fine. Yeah, we can't really send more, and I think our fuel situation is holding us back here. Still, if only we could break them here, that'd be lovely indeed. And we can attack here from 3 directions, so this is not completely unthinkable, but you can see a lot of our guys here are dropping out of these attacks, so we might need to send further troops in. I'm going to support this attack again because I don't want to lose the combat width of attacking from multiple directions here, even if it's not actually these divisions that are part of the front line there. But this looks promising. This looks actually very promising here. Let's wait a couple of seconds. There we go. So we are now in this area. We're going to be pushed back here, but once we've dislodged them once, I think we're going to have a much easier time. And this definitely increases the exposure on the cul-de-sac situation up over there. So that I find very, very lovely indeed. Good. That's very nice. And we've just finished on the computing machine, so that does increase our research speed quite a bit as well. So that's definitely nice. Infantry breakthrough, lovely. Anti-tank stuff, also very useful. Anything else down here? Really not that much. Support equipment, we're doing that. We could do further support equipment, especially recon companies and engineers. We are using those. Artillery, yes, that would be welcome. Land doctrine, we're doing that anyway. Naval stuff, useful, but at the moment I'm still struggling against the Germans, so that's a no. And up over here, I mean, experimental rockets, not much that we can do with that. Radar would be lovely indeed, yes, but all in all, I think we are alright-ish over here. We still don't have any sort of form of anti-tank weapons, or tanks actually, because we're not doing that in this Let's Play. So, you know what, let's actually go for the mortar over here. It's going to be a very quick fix to increase some of our toughness, and that is definitely one of the factors that is holding us back here. In these attacks that never go anywhere, because we just don't have the capabilities. You know what, speaking of this, I think there might be an opportunity here to overwhelm these guys here in Erfurt, because their organization is fairly low from attacking us, and that might further increase the exposure of this position there, so that would be fairly lovely indeed. And you can see they are starting to pull some troops out of there, so that is nice to see. Come on, come on, come on, you can do this, you can do this. You can do this. Yes, we are there. And we have finished Coastal Command at this very moment as well, so that's lovely indeed as well. Yeah, great. Coastal Command does allow us to research naval bombs, which is, of course, quite useful. Anything else that we want to do over here? Let's start from the right. All of this is locked. All of this here is okay-ish as well. We don't really want to attack anyone in Benelux, so that's fine. We could protect all of this. Don't really need to. We could develop our allies, which we've completely ignored for now. We could further develop Hong Kong. And we could influence China, but that doesn't really do anything for us. Singapore, all of this is not that useful, honestly. Production costs for fighters is not useful. Jet technology might very soon be useful, but for now I don't think it is. Amphibious. This might be slightly useful. Carrier models, we're not going to go for carrier models, but the repair speed might be useful when we're fighting off against Japan. So yeah, you know what, let's go for the carrier focus here. It's going to be somewhat useful at some time. Right, we do need more aluminium it seems, so let's do buy that. And that's fine. Decisions available. Oh, expand the Burma Road. Yes, please. I think that's going to be useful. Yeah, that is going to be nice. We could invite Portugal to join the war and so on. Don't think it's very useful, to be quite honest. Growing a little bit of rubber in Nigeria. Not really that useful. And then the Philippines. You know what? Let's do the campaign over there. Everything else I think is not really that useful. Right, so let's keep an eye on the Germans over here. We are defending. We could potentially even grab Weimar. So, you know what? Let's actually try to attack here. Box these guys in. And try to do that over here as well. Don't think we're going to get over there because these guys are probably going to be faster than that. But still, that might be extremely useful. And you know what? We can try to go over here as well. And try to do something against these guys. And here we are attacking them now. So that's great news indeed. Because that does allow us to get into Weimar potentially. And you guys here might actually want to support this attack. Because it doesn't seem to be going too badly. Actually. So that's nice. At least we are increasing the exposure here for a potential encirclement. Quite drastically actually. So that's definitely nice. Good. Battles down here in Weimar. Good over here. And that might indeed give us another province to work with, Thüringen. And there we go, we are now in Weimar, we are being attacked over here. But that's okay too, if we can only pull in these reserves, that'd be fantastic. And we've got now 2 divisions, so one of these guys really should be joining up. There we go, and I think that will seal the fate of these guys up over there. Let's continue to support this attack. You guys are going up there. Let's try to circle around over there and increase the pressure on these guys down here. That would be really nice if we could encircle like 7 divisions over here. That would really be nice. Okay, let's grab you guys over here, come into there. This is going to be extremely tough over here, but still just maybe we do have a bit of a shot here. But you know what? I think it is a very nice point. Oh, look at that. The Japanese are pushing these guys back again. On the other hand, how are we doing over here? Okay, we are cut off a little bit, but that's okay. And it does look a little bit almost like we could attack them over here. Where are our other troops though? Where are the troops that we had down here? They are over here. Okay, that's good to see. Right, yeah. Just maybe we'll be able to attack them over here. Now, this province is going to be a little bit tough, but we might get onto Guangzhou at some point. We do have some capabilities of defense over here, so that is nice to see. That being said, I do hope to see you guys around next time. Do leave a like and all of that, and yeah, let's see whether we can beat the Germans. Oh, further landings from the Dutch down here in Croatia, I want to say. That's interesting, and maybe, just maybe, some encirclement around here in the Magdeburg-Hanover region. So yeah, let's stay tuned for that. Hope to see you around. Bye bye, guys.